second cup. Brought to you by the Nickel Plate. Sit, sip, savor, and shop. Hey, good morning, everybody. It is 8 o'clock. Glad to have you with us. Oh,
see ya. Bye, Aaron.
Later.
Peace out.
Just trying to make this show better.
Oh, ouch.
Good morning, everybody.
I'm back on. I was going to take a little nap and let you do your talk.
You always do. Good morning, everybody. Okay, so Ed is on vacation this week. No worries about him. He'll be back.
He loves working on his tan.
He loves the end of the summer. Yeah. I like to call it the start of fall.
I know you do. I'm with Ed. I like summer. I loved yesterday. Loving today. Tomorrow will be even warmer, close to 90.
Yeah.
There's not many more days like that.
Yeah, I know.
Like today.
Can't wait to wear my sweatshirts.
No, you can't. And I can wait.
So comfortable putting on like a comfy pair of pants.
Like last week.
Oh my God. Last week was perfect. Sweatpants, sweatshirts.
But tonight.
Me and Bandit snuggle buggling.
He's a big snuggler.
He's a weighted blanket. That's what I like to call him.
Yeah, so the sun sets today before 8 p.m. at 7:59. If that's not a sure sign. With some leaves are starting to change as well. We're getting there.
You want another one? The kids at Nichols go back tomorrow.
Wow, do they?
Yeah.
Mine goes back next Tuesday.
And
not
then
that I'm counting.
Charter School for Applied Technologies, I think it's this week also. I think they're Thursday. We've got a couple of schools that are this week.
Are we the latest like in the country where kids go back to school?
Oh, I have no idea.
Because everyone goes back in August.
Yeah. Well, many places do. I do think there are some places that do after Labor Day. Because I think my girlfriend's, I don't know if my friend's kids in Ohio, I think they might wait till after Labor Day too. I can't remember. I'll have to ask her.
I feel like every person on social media is like, here's my kid going back to school if they don't live around here. And like, oh.
Well, good morning to everybody who's with us. I see a whole bunch of people who are joining. Glad to have you with us.
Hey,
let's start with this story about kids saving money. Oh, I also wanted to mention that it's International Dog Day today. So no one knew it was my favorite day. How about that?
I knew because you've been talking about it a lot.
We're not just celebrating dogs nationally. We're celebrating them internationally today.
Oh, it's international. Okay.
International Dog Day.
Gotcha.
I put up a picture of my sweet Bandit. Such a handsome guy. He was snuggling on Paul's lap.
I saw the picture and said, wow, he's huge.
Yeah, you don't see Paul.
No.
It's a great shot of the two of them. It's really funny.
See, Linda's grandkids in Maryland started school today.
Oh, there you go. You know, and I get it when, like, in the South, even Maryland, like, it's hotter down there. Yeah. So I get that. But, like, I don't think I'm trying to think, my nephews in Connecticut, I don't know if they're back yet. I think they go after Labor Day.
Okay.
I'll have to check. I will.
Yeah. And then, we're in school till the end of June.
I know. All right, so here's our first story. You ready? How do you help kids save money? So this is a story specifically focused on Gen Zers. That would be the generation
before you, right?
After me, Gen Zs.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Like the generation younger than me. I am an older millennial. That's what they like to call us, who are in the like older age range of millennials. I like that.
That's cool.
Yeah, isn't that nice? Because they kind of break the millennials up by the.
Do you want to borrow my AARP card? Because I got it.
Pretty soon I will. They break the millennials up by the internet. If you grew up with it and if you didn't grow up with it. And I really didn't grow up with it because it wasn't there until I was in really like high school.
My kids are their minds are just boggled when I'm like, I did not have email.
Yeah.
Like we had toward the end of like my senior year, my email was like my full name, your social security number, like your school.edu, something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I didn't get an email until.
How about like there was you could look stuff up at your house. So like the night before there was I'm sure there still were kids writing their papers the night before. I wasn't that kid. But like you needed to get your reference articles and your encyclopedias and your research documents, or else you weren't going to write that article and you had to print them all out.
Remember you would use the typewriter. If you made a mistake, you had to use the
I'm not that old.
Through a lot of bottles of whiteouts. Yeah. Well,
yay, bring it back to me. What is happening today? I don't know what it is, but what if I had a button that I was like, that's enough of you.
I'll roll up.
Yeah, that's enough of you. Oh. My dad had one of those when we were little kids. He had one of those typewriter things, and we loved it when we were kids to go to his office and do that. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah. Okay, so listen, we've got some people who are chiming in about being Gen Zers or people who are talking about how to save. So here's what this study said. Bank of America study. A third of Gen Zers say they feel like they don't make enough money to save. Fewer say they put part of their paychecks into saving each month. The survey found most of Gen Z has financial goals. So 2/3 have financial goals.
Okay.
And then it was kind of talking about how to get them to start saving responsibly and take accountability. They said, if you physically write out the money that's going out and coming in, that can really help you.
Definitely.
Puts it into perspective.
Yeah.
They said that set up the auto check transfers like we've talked about.
That's the best way to do it.
Because then you're not going to miss it. Here's their 50-30-20 rule. Putting half your paycheck towards your bills.
Okay.
30% toward leisure, 20% toward an emergency fund. I'd flip that personally, if you can. I know leisure is nice, but like
Wait, 50
to all your bills.
Okay.
Which they're including rent. I'm
including
assuming.
rent.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
30% of leisure, huh?
But you know what? Maybe included in leisure, they include things like cable or like
or even
streaming.
Yeah, because the streaming service, there's a lot of them now, right?
Yeah.
Huh.
And I know like bills is separate, but that's kind of leisure, you know?
Some bills can definitely get into the leisure
they can
category.
double. Let's see what everybody's saying here. Brittany says, have them pay rent, put it in a bank account for them.
I like that. Kind of maybe, secretly. Yeah.
Jeff Baker just says, take it away from them.
Oh, Jeff Baker. I was by Baker Farm twice.
This weekend?
Yeah, I drove by twice.
They were open on Saturday, the opening day.
I was waving.
Big day.
I did my Lake Ontario swim both days. I was
very
Baker
nice.
Farms, yeah.
Michaela says, I've been saving money even as a kid. Wasn't a big spender. Worked a job at 17. Saved most of her money.
It also depends, like Michaela there. Not a big spender.
Excuse me.
Bless you. So we know.
The ragweed.
It's high. We know, like when Ed's here, he's a big spender.
Let's call a spade a spade.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. So it's a lot of personality traits too. Like you are
I am
certainly
so
more
cheap.
cautious, and I am what they call frugal. And it doesn't bother me. I've been like that before.
That's
Frugal
what
was cool.
God, you are like my dad. He would always call it frugal too.
Well,
So it's funny. I was telling my mom I have this couch that I've been looking at. And we really do need a couch for this space upstairs.
because you got a new TV now. You need a new couch.
You guys, this makes me sound like a spender. I'm not. So I was telling my mom I have this couch. And the reason I'm like, I need to buy it is because I found a coupon. Like I found a coupon code. I got it to my email. I get them like once a year. And I'm like, okay, I need to get this now. And my mom's like, it's so funny because it was like she doesn't know that I have like been watching this because she's like, well, why don't you wait and see you could this and this and this? I go, Mom, I've been looking at this couch for 15 months. 15 months. It's been sitting in my little cart and I keep moving it
Yeah.
because the price was going, it was fluctuating. And now that I got this 10% off, like this is the best deal. Like I've been watching this for over a year.
Yeah.
This is the best deal it's going to get. I've measured the third floor like 4 times to make sure it'll fit because it's got to get up there.
Bandit.
It'll fit banded. The question is, will it fit up the third floor? You know, it's a little tight when you go. We have like a finished attic. That's my concern. But Paul's measured the floor and I've measured it. And so I think we will.
Both. You both.
Yeah.
So
If not, I'll be peddling a couch on Second Cup in a couple of weeks. Let's see here. What else somebody else said? Bonnie said, our grandson started last week. Oh, and he's out the first week of June. She's talking about going back to school.
Yeah. I see a lot of people saying, putting a little money up.
Can you read this? Read it out loud.
Shout out to all the old people who graduate high school without the internet.
That's funny, Michaela. Thank you.
Funny, Michaela.
Shout out.
Shout out
to you.
Yeah, thanks for the shout out. You know what? We just got it when I graduated college, Michaela. Like, go figure.
Oh, that's really funny.
We were using the word processors. Remember those? Did you have one? You could write it. It saved some of the typewriter.
Not really. Well, I'm sure that we did at our house, but like by the time I was like actually writing papers that you use stuff like a computer for, we had a computer or you wrote it in the computer lab at school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Michaela, that makes me smile.
That made me laugh. Yeah. And Brittany says, listen, you got to teach kids to make wise investments early.
Yeah. So a lot of people were saying that even if you're putting $5 or $10 in a week, it does add up. And for someone, when you're 22 or 23, you don't think that you're going to be 50 or 60 anytime soon, but it does come quickly. And, the years go by fast too. So after a year, you've got 5 times 50, 10 times 52, there's $520. And then you can keep adding to that. And then you do have a little money saved up.
How about this? James is saying 4 months until Christmas. Everybody's got to start saving. He's not wrong. It's the 26th today.
Yeah. Yeah.
in there because I know you love to buy ahead of time.
Oh my gosh, do I ever? I like you with those sales and those coupon codes.
I really do love a good sale and a coupon code. Do you ever do it where you're trying all the coupon codes and you got to find one that works?
Like I liked gifts. I like gifts in Christmas, but I feel like I don't know.
So somebody else mentioned this, the Christmas Club from the bank. I'm pretty sure. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Linda. But isn't the Christmas Club where you would like take, let's say, $20 a week, $50 a week, and you would just like squirrel it away into an account?
Oh,
A
and
lot
then
like-
get it back out during Christmas time.
And then you take it during Christmas.
That's neat.
time. So you'd have $500 by the time Christmas rolled
Yeah.
around just to do your holiday shopping with.
That's cool.
Uh-huh.
That's cool.
Yeah, I like that. Oh my gosh, Howard Flint. AOL was awesome. Ding, ding, ding.
Oh
you
my
know,
gosh,
when
you
you're
get those little CD-ROMs in the mail and it'd make the noises.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep,
it's funny.
exactly. Oh, my mom says I got an Aqua portable typewriter for my 8th grade graduation gift. It's probably still in the basement.
So if my mom chimes in, which could happen shortly, they probably have a lot of stuff in their basement too. From college. Although I do see her, she tries to give it back to me.
Oh, my parents are always trying to give stuff
Yeah,
back too. Yeah.
And I'm thinking the same thing because my basement still have all my stuff for my kids. And I'm like, when can I start shipping this stuff to you?
Well, you know
guys?
how old I am, so it's going to be a while for them.
Mhm.
My dad went through a period where he was like going to get rid of stuff. Did I tell you this? And like, we didn't check it fast enough. People were like, "Oh, that's great, Dad. Enjoy." Like thinking he'd actually
Yeah.
be looking at what he was getting rid of, but much like you, he was like, meh, meh, meh.
Oh yeah.
And my mom was
Oh,
like,
there's my mom. Hi, Mom.
oh, morning. But my mom goes, well, I stopped him when I looked in the bag and found your college diploma.
That is funny. Yes.
Like, no. Oh, well, hang on to that one.
That is funny.
Your mom, good
Yes.
morning, honey.
And then I saw somebody say gift cards.
I pulled up Howard's comics. I know you'd love it. Gift cards are the
Gift
best.
cards are the best. Most people are so finicky. Howard, I'm with you. Gift cards, I love gift cards.
I'm
I
not
got a lot
with
of
you
gift cards for
guys.
my birthday, and I was like shocked because I didn't expect
Mhm.
to get stuff. And I've been using gift cards all over the place. I love it.
See, I'm not a gift card person.
Yeah, I know you want something personal. I get it.
I'm more of a gifty person.
You're a gifty.
Mhm.
You're a Swifty and a gifty.
A Swifty and a gifty, exactly. Anita says some people are good at math, some are good at sports, some are good at saving money, some of us are not. I know, that's true. Howard says he remembers Christmas clubs. Jason says his still has a Christmas club.
Oh,
And yes, Linda says you would put so much money into a special account and then you'd use it to buy your presents.
Yep.
Christmas club at the credit union, Evelyn says. Tim Cox says good morning to both of us. Hi, Tim.
hello, Tim.
Brittany says she loves getting groceries and gas for Christmas. Save me on expenses. So I think she means gift cards.
Mhm.
My
Yeah.
parents will do that too. They'll buy us some like
Okay.
gift cards for
Like a NoCo gift card or
yeah,
something.
dashes,
Oh,
stuff
neat.
like that.
Okay.
Mhm. Actually, my brother, he's a big he loves to cook, and he's kind of like doesn't need a lot of things or want a lot of things. Like there's not a picture up
respect
on the
that.
walls of his apartment. I'm like, do you want a little decor in here? He's like, no.
When I
Okay.
was a single guy, I had one picture. It was a picture of a hurricane. I got from
Girls would
National
come over and they're like,
Geographic.
okie dokie, cool.
Okay, weirdo.
Yeah,
yeah.
gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
You're lucky you found your wife. She's so great.
Yeah. She looked past the one hurricane picture
God.
and said, "Oh, this guy, he's so quirky."
You've seen my house. I can't wait to get my 3,000 pumpkins down for the
Oh,
holidays.
gosh.
Please feel free to come over and check them out. They're so cute. Anyways,
We'll be there.
oh, my brother. So he's
Yeah.
just like your typical dude. And there was one like birthday that we all got him Dash's gift cards. He was like,
This
"Thanks."
was the best birthday present.
He
ever.
was happy.
That's awesome.
And I think I got him some vodka too. So that made him happy.
See, and Kelly said she had 8 birthdays this month. Gift cards all the way.
Whew, my goodness gracious. Julie says she likes cold, hard cash.
You know what you can buy people too, which we'll talk about later,
What?
is tickets to a meat raffle.
Oh, do you want to hit that right now? Talk about it real quick. We'll go
I'd
to this
love
story
to.
after. Go ahead.
Is it ready to
Yeah,
go?
yeah, you can go ahead. Oh,
Okay.
is your meat real?
There it is.
Jordan, can you zoom in on that a little?
Zoom in 'cause we want to see the QR code.
Bottom left-hand corner there.
So there we go. Hosting a meat raffle for Scouts at Main and Transit Fire Banquet Hall on Main Street in Williamsville, September 28th. Doors open at 6, first spin at 7. We got a lot of cool prizes, Bills Cornhole. I got a Curtis Samuel shoe from the Bills signed by him.
Oh, that's
that came.
cool.
Some Sabre stuff, other Bills stuff, some chefs giveaways, thing from Salvatore's. So just
All
really from
right.
Russ. So ton of things. There's a QR code. get a table or get a ticket. You know, it's the typical draft beer that you can drink.
Anita says
And
she
then-
loves a meat raffle.
Oh, Anita, I love to hear that. If you can't get that on your screen, the Aaron Menkowski WKBW Facebook page has that up.
Perfect.
So that's at Aaron Menkowski WKBW. I'm sure there's only one.
And
Aaron
it's that
Menkowski.
last weekend in September.
Yes, that last Saturday in September. We'll have a ton of cool Bill stuff and Saber stuff. And we have the cornhole thing and the all-in-one tailgate.
This is a cool spot too, the main transit fire hall.
Yes, we tried to find a place that was kind of centrally located for
Yeah.
everybody, easy to get to, and it's for the kids.
Yeah.
So going to meet raffle, I love them. Kim, awesome to hear.
Here's a good question.
Go to the one on the 28th as well, because I'll be hosting that one.
And I don't know if you'll have the answer to this, or you might have to get back to us. Can you
Sure.
bring kids to this one?
No, it's a 21 plus event.
21 plus.
So thank you for asking. Michaela's never been to a meat raffle. Well, Michaela, you should change that.
I don't know if she's 21
if you're
yet.
over 21.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anita said she'll be there. Certainly
Oh,
appreciate it.
that's
I'll be there saying hi. I'm like, I know you put one together
I did.
for the Buffalo Broadcasters,
Yes.
and let me tell you,
Yes.
you would come in and be like, "Oh, buy my ticket." I'm like, "I will." Like,
So
we have
annoying.
all these tickets, and you need to sell them.
Yeah.
And people like me are
Oh,
like,
Oh,
"Oh
does-
yeah, I'll get it."
Does it
Okay.
get a little bit stressful for you?
It is so stressful, and oh, I think your mom's gonna go.
Oh,
My
she
mom
does
already
love
bought a
meat
table
raffle.
MB, so let's go. And yeah, we're just like doing that ticket push because you just have so many expenses.
I know.
And
Because you're putting all the money out at first. Yeah.
and you
Mhm.
think like meat is super like everything's gone up. So yeah,
Yeah.
we're going to meat raffle in Farnham on the 20th. Okay.
Well, then come to
Jeanette's
one
never been
in
one.
come to one in Clarence on the 28th.
So many people have never been to one. Now, Jeanette, so if you come to mine on September 28th, you want to bring your own snacks.
Yep.
And you
See, that's the best part too.
Yeah.
You get a little table or a little group
get a
together.
group together.
You're like, hey, you grab
Thanks,
a sub
Kim.
tray from Wags.
Yeah.
I'll bring the chips and the, cookies. Somebody
Probably
else,
buy- yeah, Yep. And you come in with your cooler and when you win and you leave with meat. The last round, when it's that rapid round and
Yep.
everyone's just going
all
crazy.
the rapid round is so fun.
Oh, that is so fun. So yes, you can go to my Facebook page or we have it here.
Oh,
And
look at my mom's already got a plan. She'll be
awesome.
winning her Thanksgiving turkey.
I hope
apparently.
so. And then you 50-50 raffle. Like we got all the baskets. We're putting them all together right now. And I have this group text meat raffle.
You know, Mom, if you want to
win.
win that turkey, you got to be fast at the last round. You got to be
You know what you should do?
run.
I was going to say have my son do it. He's not going. Because
Yeah,
when we
okay,
went
yeah.
to
Is
yours,
Cubby going? He's not here.
he told me he wanted to fly in for it.
Mom, if Cubby's there, get him to run
He'd
for
be
you.
the
He's
fastest
quick.
person
Yeah,
there, I
he's
can
fast.
guarantee.
He's fast and he can move.
Yeah, I don't want to get a second cup table. I love it. The cuppy table.
They really are fun. I don't know if Ed's going. So I'm a question mark right now because we have a wedding.
He said he had something. Blah blah blah. He's like, oh, I got a thing.
He loves to tell people that when they've got something that they really want you to go to, and then he'll show up at the last
You know
minute.
what? If Cuppies are there
Such a trip.
and Lauren's here, his sister-in-law,
Lauren, you work on him, okay?
you know if Cuppies are there, and
You
he's
think he'll
like,
get
oh
you-
wait, people there who will know me. I'll even tell him you can announce a few numbers.
That's what I did with these two. That picture on my Facebook page is of Aaron making the announcement and me double checking to make sure he had the right number. Nothing wrong with me, not a control freak at all. Okay, so
numbers, the one thing I actually can do.
yeah, you're way better than I am at numbers.
All
Okay,
right,
so
what's next? Thank you
all
for
that
letting me talk
info
about it.
is on Aaron's Facebook page. So if you missed it here, go to his Facebook page and you get your tickets on the QR code.
Yeah, just do QR code and say meat raffle.
Yeah.
We'll put
It's a
your name
good
on
little
the list.
flyer. Nice job, buddy.
Yeah, the QR codes are cool. You know,
They are cool.
There's so much information you're trying to put on a little flyer.
Kim,
but-
it's at the main transit fire hall. It's on Main Street
in Williamsville.
in
So
Williamsville,
it's like right
almost
off
to
the
Clarence.
90. It's
Mhm.
kind of like in the middle of everything. For the North Towns, I know the South Towns might be a little more difficult, but
Well, you got to pick a place that
easy.
works. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
and this place holds 300 people, so we're looking to get a lot of folks there.
yeah, they got to have like a functional place.
Yeah.
Like as in like they do the kegs, they do the what, you know what I mean? Because there's all the things that go along with everything.
My list, it's
I know.
never ending.
I know.
And I'm not a control freak, so I'm just like, oh, I'll get it done. But now it's like a month away, and my insides are in turmoil.
Welcome to my world. And my mom is mentioning your last meat raffle during the pandemic.
Yes. Now that was for the 11-day power play for the
Yep.
record that we broke there, and that was online. MB, it was way
Yeah.
easier.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? You just mentioned it. People, hey,
All right.
Yeah.
Well, rest assured,
We got a
Cuppies.
Cuppy table. I'm glad this is taken off. I
Puppies,
appreciate
rest
it.
assured, this is not going to be the last time we'll talk about this. We also have
Well,
some
I'm
other
on all
Boy
week.
Scouts who are coming in like later next month. So we're going to be talking about a lot of this kind of stuff.
Yes, yeah.
All
So
good
Western New York
things.
Meat Raffles is hosting us. So I want to make
Yes.
that clear. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
thank you.
she's great.
Yeah.
She does a lot of work for you. You want to talk about the Bills a little bit?
Bills, or what was it? We had a couple.
Well, we did want to talk about after school stuff. We talked about this a little bit. We'll just hit on it quickly. They're trying to do more things for kids after school, specifically in Buffalo. We had a lot of issues last year. I don't want to say a lot, but a fair number. Kids getting in fights after school, and then like one kid got slashed, like this stuff happens. And part of it is these kids need more things to do after school that are healthy outlets that they can go to. A lot of people say, well, just go home. Sometimes home isn't really or it's not a safe option.
Or someone's parents aren't home.
Someone's parents aren't home. So, right, exactly. So, Jordan did this story, and if you want to go check it out, this is a basketball program that there's, they've got more and more kids involved in. We also talked about a couple other different after-school things that are happening. Like, it's just good to give them some options.
Yes, it's good to give them options, and we were talking about that because I try to keep my kids as busy as possible.
Yeah.
Busy kid, and they're tired late in the day,
and then they don't get into trouble.
And it's hard to get into trouble when you're always not always busy. I don't want every second booked. I think having free time and just being able to
also, yes.
have your downtime and just read a book or even watch a show, like that is totally fine too. But after school, and you just get a bunch of kids together, and it's not just Buffalo, North-Towns, South-Towns. It happens everywhere. It happened when we were in high school.
Yeah.
Like everyone's together, and then sometimes there are issues.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. Connie says, or not Connie, Kim says, yes, they just need to keep them busy. And it's so true.
And then we talked about too, not every kid's going to do the after school sporting thing, because not everyone.
Like I would not have been the basketball player, but get some other activities.
But, there's drama club, and if that's not your thing, there's stage crew. That if you can get involved with your school and then music. Oh, I'm a huge proponent of music and arts. And all the times those are always the first ones on the chopping block, and then you're like, oh, we need something to do. Well, we have options.
Yeah.
But obviously there's funding and stuff like that.
Yep.
And also parent involvement. Like for a lot of the teams that your kids play in, if they're not at some high level,
I know
it's parent volunteers. I
know.
mean, I've coached since Robbie was 5.
And the thing is, it might be hard to find that sometimes in places like Buffalo, because a lot of parents are working full-time jobs. Sometimes they're working 2 jobs. So that's why the schools and some of these community leaders are trying to step up, fill the gap here. So Jordan did a really nice story on that. Somebody else mentioned something that I wanted to bring up really quick. Energy Radio said, yep, there's more. Yep. Oh, I know what it was. We talked about music. And I just wanted to say, we have a talented musician, it turns out, here at Channel 7. We didn't even know.
I know, this is so cool.
So we did this story about this local American Legion band that went to national competition. Jordan, can we hear this music? Okay, so anyways, one of our directors is in the band. He comes in and tells us he's in the left-hand corner back there. It's hard to see. It's a quick shot.
Yeah.
But he does percussion, and he also plays the piano. So to our director, Nick.
That's awesome.
Isn't that so cool? And they came in first place.
And it was the coolest. And,
yeah.
And I'm a big percussion fan. My kids all play instruments. So I was so excited. I love when they practice.
Yeah.
And so good for him. And, to win something like that, they've put a lot of time and effort into that. And just show up and start playing.
We were talking about it after the show, and he's like, oh, yeah. And like our other producer, Jordan's like, oh, did you know Nick's in the band? And I'm like, what? Get out of town.
That one right there? Yeah.
You're in the band. I go, when did you get back from this competition? Because it was this weekend. He goes, 5:00 yesterday. And he was here by 7.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Nick.
That's awesome.
If you want to come in and take a bow, you're more than welcome to. I know you're in the control room right over there. You think about it. And
then you had a Bills thing real quick.
Then we had a Bills thing because they got to cut the roster
to
53. What do we think of this local kid? His family's adorable. They're so excited.
That's a great story on that too. That's on our website. Oh,
we're calling him Buffalo Joe.
Buffalo Joe. It's going to be so close. He's played super well in preseason, and if he doesn't make it, he might get picked up by a different team. So they've got to weigh that.
Yeah.
And they cut.
That's his family.
Yeah. They made 7 cuts over the weekend, and then they've got 29 to go. So
the stress.
Yeah, it's super stressful. You see the family right there. It'd be so awesome if he made the team.
I know.
Just the amount of effort that he's putting into it just shows that if if you put everything into something, you might
I
be
know.
successful in it.
That's a super cute story too. Michael Schwartz did that story. He's kind of like a role model for his little cousin.
Saw that.
It's adorable,
Role
really
model
cute
for a lot of
story.
people.
So you'll find that on our website also. Okay, guys, you've got Aaron and I back again tomorrow. Get ready to have some fun and talk about more meat.
Meat raffle.
We'll see you then.